Hey there Aquarius, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for April 10th to the 16th. Let's jump on in and see what's on the cards for you. So let's get your first energy, and it is the Wheel of Fortune. It's come out in the last three readings and you might be wondering, why is it relevant? What comes out in other signs and you know, and mine? Well, there's energies that are around us that often influence us all, and at the moment it's about powerful expansion and powerful change. So I've done the air signs so far, Libra and Gemini. If you also have, an ascendant or a moon in one of those signs, you might want to go and check them out. So changes here, and this is usually big change, life-changing shifts here with the Wheel of Fortune that wants to move you to your next significant, part of your life timeline here. So it can be a change of luck here. Now it's number 10, so often there's a completion that needs to happen before that Wheel of Fortune can turn, and you may need some strength or courage in order to move towards that potential. I have Leo energy coming through, and Leo rules the spine and the heart in astrology. So I often say with this card, it's about having that backbone and digging really deep to follow the call of the heart, but you will need to soothe your own inner beast, right? The lion energy, the blocks, the obstacles, maybe, where we put up the resistance to change. We might need to soothe that so that we can hear the higher self that's really trying to move you towards some kind of new potential here. All right, one more of these. Aquarius, we've got the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so this can be that sort of, the confusion energy that is playing into this at the moment. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is like, well, I'd really like change, but I'm unclear on what the steps are towards it. The Seven of Cups asks you to look at where you might be buying into fantasy, situations that may not be delivering or moving you towards that destiny that you truly want, Aquarius, and that may not be your own wrongdoing here. It may be that you're dealing with somebody who says all the right things but doesn't follow through. So this could be like a boss or manager who's promising the pay rise or the next performance reviews, you're next in line, or the next promotion, but you never see that, or there's always a reason why not, right? Maybe they're trying to keep you there for a reason. In a relationship, this could look like somebody who says, well, we will, take that holiday, we will, conceive that baby, we will, buy a home, whatever it is, but then there's no follow through on the actions that would actually lead to those goals, and you've got to ask yourself why. So the Seven of Cups is asking you to get clear on what exactly is materializing and not materializing in the situation, so that you can make, that you can potentially change and move towards that potential. Because the Seven of Cups says that what you're trying to achieve is always at an arm's length here, and you kept chasing it. Maybe someone's really dangling that carrot in front of you. Okay, well, let's get your 9-card block out here, Aquarius. If you'd like a personal reading or healing, first link down below will jump you across to my website to check those out. And grab my free Learn Tarot Quick Guide if you'd like to get started interpreting the cards for yourself. Or to take things deeper, you can join my paid offering, and that is the initiation, where I do teach a full foundation in tarot and my signature reading process. Join me on Instagram, and I do daily readings over there, and I pull cards for followers from time to time as well, so you'll need to be there when I put the shout out. I am planning on doing that this week. Okay, let's get these cards out. See you in just a moment, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, well, these are your cards. Yeah, very interesting energy here, and they've got the beautiful Aries Emperor energy coming through at the end of the reading. Of course, we are in Aries season, a time to make bold moves, right? To empire build, to set ourselves up to reach our goals. Now, first two cards out, we have the Three of Cups and the Five of Cups. You were promised a reason to celebrate here. However, you've been met with ongoing disappointment in this situation. So we kind of talked about what that may look like for you. It's like, I was promised some kind of win here, some kind of growth here, something to celebrate, forward movement, reaching milestones, 3 of Cups, right? But instead we see in the 5 of Cups, 3 spilt cups, 3 disappointments or ongoing disappointment or loss of this joy that you were promised in this situation. And you're left here feeling, you know, disconnected, maybe sad about this, all sorts of emotions here that are really holding you back in other ways. However, there is new opportunities coming. Spirit wants you to know that. We see the 2 of Cups standing there. However, it feels like you need to make some side steps to get there. I see that you are here at the moment, and Aquarius, the 8 of Swords is about a sense of entrapment or feeling stuck here. Now, that might be because you are obligated, you might be morally obligated in this situation or feel morally obligated or guilty about leaving it. You might be, you know, contracted here. You might have signed an employment contract, a rental agreement, a marriage agreement, or you might have moved in with this person. The 8 of Swords is usually a feeling of entrapment and feeling guilty about leaving it. However, Spirit wants you to know there's always a way out. Usually you will need to see things from a different perspective and a different viewpoint. And that might be that your happiness and your joy matters, and you can't sacrifice and be a martyr for the situation if you are truly suffering here. So the 8 of Swords says that there might be a lot of mental overwhelm at the moment. You're being asked to actually really feel your way and intuit your way through this. I think that with the 5 of, you know, the 5 of Pentacles at the heart of the reading is that there's a worry about maybe financial loss or loss of stability or security here. And this could be real or perceived, right? In order to remove yourself from the situation, there might be some weeks, you know, with less pay, or, you know, a gap between employment, or, you know, there might be, you know, a period where you are journeying alone. However, that is the transition period that's essential for you to get to the 9 of Pentacles, which is also there. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, it feels like, yeah, so the 5 of Pentacles is feeling into that lack, and that might be, there might be some loss there, but the 5s are all about a very critical turning point. The Wheel of Fortune can turn out of this, right? And yes, sometimes we take a step back to go 5 steps forward, but you will need to work through this energy, Aquarius, 7 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles, because there is going to be a big urge to hold on to where you are and hope that those hollow promises are actually acted upon and, you know, actually are followed through. I believe that generally the energy we have in a situation right now will perpetuate, will keep going, unless real work of transformation happens on, you know, both parties' part. So you can use that hindsight as your foresight. So you might want to question the holding on. It feels like a perceived sense of security and stability, but you need to ask yourself, how truly sustainable is that? And maybe, Wheel of Fortune, we are wasting some time here where the Wheel of Fortune has showed up to say, actually, it's divine time for change. You can still meet that next important point of destiny, but you will need to let go. Otherwise, 7 of Swords, we can sabotage that, right? We can sabotage that. Also, we might be feeling betrayed because, you know, we went in the situation and you stayed there because, you know, you believed that it was going to deliver. So 7 of Swords is an energy where we are feeling like we've lost out here in some way and undermined, that type of thing. Now, we have some powerful energy here. King of Cups, the Emperor. I feel that the person who was making these promises was in a position of power or authority within the situation. So maybe a partner who had more sense of control in the situation, or somebody who's higher up the ranks in an organization. The King of Cups, though, also is a metaphor. It is Scorpio energy, and it's the death energy, and it talks about knowing the point at which something that might have served you at some point becomes the toxin. And often we need to allow in that energy of the ending, the death energy, in order to release it and transform our reality. This is a real energy of alchemy through making emotionally intelligent situations. And the alchemy that you can really make here is turning a 5 of Pentacles into a 9 of Pentacles. But it's going to require you, Aquarius, to embody Emperor mode. And that is the Aries energy of the season that we're in, which is about making calculated moves, bold moves, taking control, you taking control, and, you know, potentially releasing the situation and moving away from it, or at least putting the steps in place and executing the plan, because you can actually be very successful. You can actually be abundant. And this is the reminder that you actually have all the resources, skills, talents to be self-made and to be independent and to, you know, be magnetic for what you're trying to achieve here. If this is an employment journey, this says to me that you could even start your own business or become a consultant or go freelance, however it works in your industry. If this is in love for you and you're worried about being on your own or being single, it really says that this is going to really be a beautiful time for you of really getting back on your game and feeling great and maybe making some really big moves in other areas of your life without this kind of distraction hanging over you. So it's time to make boss moves, that Aries energy, the Emperor. You know, we're swapping 4s here. The 4 of Pentacles for the 4 in the Major Arcana. One of the weakest 4s for the strongest 4s. We think we've got a stable foundation here, but that 7 of Cups is an illusion. The moving away from this and setting up a new foundation is really where the power lies. It's your most powerful move here. Otherwise, we're building a tower. We build a structure on top of a shaky foundation, which means at some point it probably will fall. The Emperor lays a very firm foundation based on where, you know, your own values, where you want to head, you know, just making sure things are lined up so that you build a really stable future on that. Okay, Aquarius, I hope that made some sense. Let's grab an oracle card to close this out. Divine Flow. It's my 3rd reading for the day, and it's the 2nd time this one's come out, with the Wheel of Fortune, by the way. And it says, eventually one desire takes precedence over all others. To follow the divine flow at all costs. So the divine flow is a Wheel of Fortune trying to shift you in a new direction where you can expand your potential and actually meet your goals. The cost of that might be the 5 of Pentacles. We might have to move away from something that we perceive has security or has some kind of financial aspect to it, but it feels like it is one step backwards to go several steps forward, and sometimes that just is the cost of moving towards that destiny. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that resonated. I hope it gave you some clarity, guidance, and insight. I am cheering you on and wishing you so much love and magic. Do take care. Bye for now.